Hey guys, welcome to Campfires and Conversations. Anything from travelling to daily life, mental health, a lot. Today we're here with Roxy, freeman. Yeah.
Hello.
As you can tell, it's the first podcast we've ever done. Well, my channel I've ever done. So, but yeah, we do know each other quite well. From a load of adventures, from travelling around Europe to travelling around Iceland, and just little getaways, meeting up with events and stuff like that around the UK.
Went to Iceland.
We went to Iceland, and that was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Blown me away big time, and definitely want to go back. We did that quite cheaply as well.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
I think that was, what was it, 2.5?
About 2.5.
Two and a half grand. That was rented the car for the week. This was March, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, February, March.
February, March, around my birthday. And yeah, we drove all the way around Iceland.
With some really cool places
yeah.
to stay.
So I was like, do you want to stay in a hotel, Sam? No. I think the list was igloo, yurt,
Eco-dome, log cabin.
Yeah.
We did stay in one B&B because that was all there was right up on the north end.
Yeah, we did really well.
Yeah. Oh, and they what was it called? Like the spa hotel.
Oh, a retreat.
The retreat.
Wellbeing centre.
The Wellbeing Centre that was right in the crevice of the mountains.
And stopping off on the way round as well. Seeing the Northern Lights 3 times, and they were magical in the most northern part.
Yeah.
What was the place? Henge.
Yeah, Arctic Henge.
Arctic Henge, that was it. That was insane. I will post photos whilst we're talking this.
Met some really cool people.
Yeah, randomly found a pub in
a desolate little village.
It was 300 people there. It was amazing.
Village there.
Are you
I've
following
still got him on Facebook.
Yeah, I've still got him on Facebook and Insta.
Yeah.
He's officially then out towards Greenland. Officially, so it's mental videos he posts all the time. But yeah, no, Iceland, 10 out of 10. We basically started from Reykjavik. We did a tour around Reykjavik. We went to a place called Basa Burgers. And then we went next door to the old school library place.
Yeah, that was really
guitar. Cool. And then we started heading north out of Reykjavik. And obviously this is, again, another time I've never driven abroad on a left-hand drive. Pure ice, road trucker style.
Scary.
Snow, ice, black ice, you name it. We had the full works. We had the avalanches. We had volcanic eruptions.
You had to watch for landslides.
Yeah, we got close a few times. So as we were going around, where did we stop first? We went Reykjavik.
I can't remember the name of the
Did we
village.
go out to watch all the...
We went to that place where
That
it's on
lake.
the river. Oh, yes.
That thing, what I don't
On
know
the
what it's
Golden Circle.
called. Yeah, the Golden Circle, I was there. Saw that explode in front of us, it was really cool. And we carried on going, seeing some waterfalls down that side. And then we came back to the west coast.
West Coast.
And then we went up, and I think we stayed in a cabin.
Stayed in a cabin first. Log
That was
cabin.
right, yeah. And then it was beautiful though. So we had that spring, like open water, all the ice going down it and stuff. We saw a glimpse of Northern Lights. We actually saw it 4 times over this whole trip. And then we woke up the next day, and then I think, if I remember rightly, that was...
Did we go to the yurt after that?
I think it was, yeah, the yurt. And I think you were quite ill.
I was very poorly.
Yeah, very poorly. And so we drove all the way up there. Cars just constantly go... It was sketchy driving.
Yeah.
We had obviously the studs and tyres and stuff, but there was a lot of points we did not even have any traction at all. So yeah, we got to the yurt and it was like knee-deep snow.
This deep in snow.
Yeah, very ill, easily to piss off.
Very easy to
Had to get the fire lit and cook on the fire. We spent 4 bags of wood on that night.
Yeah.
I was trying to get you warm, so I don't have any trouble that night. Yeah.
I was cold and I
Mental.
was poorly.
Yeah. She was not well. I had some Rab sleeping bags, cushion things, and I've thrown them on her, thrown some extra clothes, because also we're just in a tent, and we had way over knee deep snow, so that was phenomenal. And then next day,
we had beautiful northern lights there though.
Yeah, we're going to go backwards a little bit. We did see the northern lights, and that was beautiful, but we actually stayed the night before at a igloo.
Was it the night before?
Yeah, because we went up the estuary and then went back down to the igloo.
Yeah.
And that was the day we nearly had a bad experience in the car.
Oh, where it was all
I pulled out, I had just anxiety as well. And well, the original plan was to drive around the headlands to see if we see any whales. And what actually happened is I started driving up mountain, going around the coastal route. And I pulled over and I was like, so it's not right. Not right at all. And I look ahead as we pulled over, and I see there was a blizzard coming in. And I look out my window and I'm like, I'm in an avalanche zone. Oh bollocks! And so I spin it around, and she's like, "Where we going?" I was like, "Pub." And we actually had an avalanche on that day in that area. We turned around, but we didn't know this. But we were coming down through the blizzard, and it was really hard to see. We had, as you're driving down, we got a big cliff drop off the sea on the left. And we're just going down. We've got the mountainside on my driver's side. That wouldn't work out. It was left-hand drive, opposite around, but yeah. And we found a beach with some swings, and you were swinging with the blizzard coming at you. Pretty cool. So we ended up going down to the pub for the rest of the day, and that's when we found out that actually the avalanche happened literally where we were. And if we went in the tunnel, who knows? Could have been blocked in, stuck in this tunnel. So yeah, that was one. First day one of close calls. But yeah, so we didn't have to drive that far that day, did we?
No, my route plotting wasn't the best.
It was alright. It was alright. It was only like 20 miles, but it was fine. Not normally used to like 250, 300 mile days, but yeah, we'll get to what happened at the end of it in a bit. So we got to the igloo and Europe. We went for the pubs to Europe and the igloo. The igloo was gorgeous as well. And we stayed the night there. And the next day, you just watching the planes. It turns out it was a big runway. Remember that? And they were taking off there. So that was really cool.
And you got to go in hot springs.
Yeah, a nice bath. Oh, it was phenomenal. It was right up a cliff drop. And right next to it was a big hot spa. So I'm in there. You were ill. The car going. Not coming out. It's fair enough. You know, you don't want to get iller. Let's get some more wood on a minute. And yeah, we went then. Where did we go then?
Is that when we went up north?
Yeah, we started going out.
Yeah.
So we stayed in the we stayed in the
log cabin.
Little cabin things.
Yeah.
Then there was the igloo. There was a yurt.
Yeah.
And we did pause it there. A small wood one. We'll carry on from that. So yeah, we're at the yurt.
Yeah.
Then we drove up to the hot springs, which was really, really lovely. It was so warm. It was hot in the bath temperature, but it was just the natural feeling of swimming out and just being there. Because sadly, we were in the car.
I was freezing.
Yeah, she was very ill and not doing too great, to be fair. I think you came down with the flu.
I had the flu.
Yeah. So that wasn't the greatest. Well, the whole trip.
It was really bad luck because I was quite poorly most of the trip.
I think like literally the last day, you're like, oh, I feel better now.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh Jesus, that's not cool. But yeah, so the hot springs, and then we drove. What was it next?
Up to Arctic Henge.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, I had a bit of anxiety because you're ill, and there's literally 200-300 people in the village, and that was it.
Yeah. No.
There was no ambulance services. There was no fire brigade. It was just a fishing town, and that was that.
One tiny shop that hardly stocked anything.
And if it did, it was costing you 4 times as much as a normal shop. So yeah, that was pretty bad. You know,
I think we managed to get pizza though or something, didn't we?
Probably. Yeah, we did.
And found a bar.
Yeah, we found a bar. We were driving down through the town village, and we're like, "There's got to be a bar." We turned to the first bar, dead. I think it was even closed, if I remember right. So we did a couple of loops around, and
saw a huge TV for a window.
Yeah, and it was like a school hall kind of style thing.
Yeah.
And I walked in and I went, beer? And everyone was like, yeah! So yeah, called you out, and we met some amazing locals. And yeah, that night we just basically drank and told stories. The guys from Iceland, this village, have been to Manchester. I think
following the football.
Yeah, they supported Manchester football. It was all cool. I have no idea about football. I don't think you don't support any as well. But that was cool, you know, that's what they're into. They've been to London, a few different places, and we came to their village, you know. And Henge was massive. I insert some photos as well with this now. And yeah, it was phenomenal.
Northern Lights were outstanding. Absolutely
yeah, we did have
crazy.
a few beverages as well.
Yeah,
just before. And I was wearing, I don't know how many layers you were wearing, I was at least wearing 4 layers. And I was still shivering, but I was still out there for about 4 or 5 hours just going, oh my god, this is amazing.
And I was looking through the car window because I was still really poorly.
But they were it was like all coming down, bouncing off the road and going back up.
Yeah.
And they were dancing and all that, and they were just so pure. It was insane. And obviously locals are like, this is normal. Cheers,
what
guys.
are these crazy people doing?
I got a text off that guy we were driving around going, is that you? And I was like, yeah mate. He's like, yeah, okay, cool, have a good one. He was thinking the place again. Rob, we were just driving around going, wow. And then so I had to show how my head works. I was like, if I keep driving outside of town, maybe I can get a really cool photo. Did that work?
No.
Of course not, because they're right above us. At all, like we went to bed and they were still out.
Yeah.
You know, we were just exhausted and cold, but we lucked out with that. Was it a B&B or what was that?
It was an Airbnb. Yeah.
And you thought it was going to be the shittest place to
I thought it would be terrible, and it was nice.
Yeah.
It was a nice little apartment. It had a kitchen and
everything. It was basically a flat.
Yeah.
And it was very clean and tidy. If any of you guys want to know these locations we've been to on the way around to Iceland, we say that with the links below. Just a bit of a comment, and we'll quite proud to share that. And then the next morning.
That's when we drove.
Next morning I woke up. I went to the boot of the car, and was getting something out, some clothes. So I left it sort of very tired and a little bit. I had to go for bevies, and I forgot to take anything into the flat. And my boxer shorts were frozen. I lifted them like that, and they were like. I have a video somewhere. I don't know if I'll be able to find it in time, but I'll put it in the link. And they were crunchy. They were frozen together. That was pretty reality check. It was like, yeah, this place is cold. It is cold. But it's like 120 nautical miles from Greenland, shore to shore where we were. So yeah, we were definitely up there. So yeah, that's where we went.
After that.
Yeah.
Then we went to the.
It's a long old drive.
It was a long drive. We went to the spa wellness retreat.
Yeah, that was phenomenal.
In the mountains.
But we went from proper snow to gravel, so it was like a travel RC.
Yeah, it was right in the crevice of the mountains, wasn't it? And it wasn't really like a proper road at all.
No, that was fun. That was so fun.
But it was absolutely beautiful, and the food was the nicest food I think I've ever eaten. The
best way to describe that place, it was a ranch.
Yeah. It
was a full-size American ranch. And
in this tiny little place in Iceland.
You got this beautiful room, and then you come out, and then you've got outdoor hot spring, cold spring, and then you go inside, you've got spa area, sauna, hot tubs, hammocks to lay out. There's a proper wellbeing centre. I'm all about them, they're mint. And got food in that as well.
The food,
price, and that was yummy.
Beautiful, absolutely.
And she was like, "Do you want seconds?" And like,
uh-huh.
We'll definitely. It was a lamb stew kind of style, if I remember rightly.
Roast potatoes and vegetables.
Oh,
it was just amazing.
Definitely would go back in a heartbeat. That place. That was really cool. The food was phenomenal, and it was homegrown. You could tell that by a mile off. So yeah, that next day. Oh,
it was.
One minute. No. Should we go back?
We had to get up a little bit early.
Shall we go back a bit? How many miles did you say it was to go to Reykjavik? To the next day to go to a swim at the what was the place called?
Oh, the Sky Lagoon.
Sky Lagoon, because that one was closed because of the avalanche. No,
because of the volcano.
Yeah, because it was all erupted and all that.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that far. My planning was very off went. So I didn't think
How
we
much off? Do you remember?
were about 5 hours off.
No. Probably about 500 miles off.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah. It was a long drive.
Yeah, she was like, oh, it's only about 3.5 hours. It'll be fine. No,
It was
not.
lucky we got up early though, because that was
No,
when the
because I wanted
snow
to
was
check.
coming
I
in.
wanted to check and be on it, because I could do long drives and all that. But I just wanted to know how many miles, how many hours we need to go. We need to be at the swimming pool for 5 or 6 o'clock. I think it was 6 p.m. And turns out I had 700 miles to drive.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was a bit oh fuck.
And the snowstorm was coming in.
Yeah,
And we were in the middle of the mountains.
Yeah, we woke up to rain/snow, so it was extremely slushy. Since I was driving out, the whole car was like, and it was like literally like that. It was no traction at all. And yeah, that was not fun for you, was it?
It was not fun.
No, especially when we nearly came off a mountain.
I spent a lot of time with my eyes closed or swearing
And screaming.
and screaming.
But as my father used to be a professional off-roader, and I've been growing up driving since we were the age of 11. I was learning how to change gears and control and all that. I knew we had a few options. We went up the mountain fine, and it was just extremely sketchy, just trying to keep it straight. So it was just sketchy like that, sliding around. When we got to the top, we went past that big snow cloud, remember rightly?
Yeah.
You were a bit like, fuck, just don't clip him. And it was alright, so luckily we got past him, but the fact is we were going downhill and all you could see was S-turns, like big turns. They got the locals going to work as well. Yeah, we started doing about 30 miles an hour and I'm trying to slow it down. So obviously you can't use handbrake, you're going to come off the road. I've gone from 3rd down to 2nd, and that was the last gear you should ever go to. You can't go first at speed. So the only option I had in my head was if you hover over the brake and don't press like on it, just gradually put pressure on it, and that's over a long time, you can slow down the car bit by bit. That did not happen. Did I tell you the rest?
It's just like being on skis.
Yeah.
It was just, sliding and...
We started pointing off the mountain. Completely off the mountain.
I know. My eyes closed to that point.
Obviously, knowing like if something's going to happen that way, you turn into it and you just pray that you've got a bit of control in your fingers. So I was just going ever so slightly like that. And the last second, like literally, it was close coming off. I just pulled it like that and it bit. And then you got the markers off the edge of the mountain, like well, you got that, and then you got a bit more, but it doesn't take much to slide off. I saw it in the mirror. We were like that close. I don't know if you see, like just see between the fingers. That close, it hits the back end of the car, and you started screaming for a bit. Thankfully, I could hear again. Well, I started laughing because that's my reaction. It's my natural reaction to laugh like hell, and I was like crying, laughing, like it's fine. And it wasn't fine. I know that. It's just my reaction. And yeah, we got down the mountain slowly but surely. The locals, no one was having an issue with us. You just saw near death off a mountain cliffside. And yeah, we got down. And then
had the long drive.
Yeah, to a tunnel.
We got to see the reindeer though.
The tunnel. Let's start with the tunnel.
The longest tunnel.
It was the longest tunnel I've ever been in, and I'm not a fan. I'm of course a favourite quite a lot. And I think we played 4 or 5 songs, and we were still in the tunnel. And it was like, yeah, it was bizarre. So we came out from a complete snowstorm, thick snow, but sludgy because obviously it's wet as well. And we came out this tunnel, and it was a complete different season. It was spring. The grass is going green. It was bizarre. It was absolutely bizarre. But it went to gravel, and it was like the best rally track you could possibly find, wasn't it?
For you. For you.
I love driving. Oh, foot to the floor, fucking 3,000 revs all the time, changing gear, our gear shifting and everything was amazing. We did buy out some jump at the bridge, so like, pew, straight across it. But we saw reindeer.
Stopped at Diamond Beach.
Yes, we did. That was phenomenal. Got some beautiful photos there. And then it was just the most bizarrest, most coolest road trip on that east coast to the west coast to the south, because it was so different. It was like salt packs, and you could not see the end of the road. It was just like, you know, like in American movies, it's like all fizzy because that's just the earth, the heat. It was like that, and I think we stopped in total 3 times. Yeah. From east to west, and we stopped at the waterfall with the Diamond Beach. Yeah. Where else we stopped? So we also got fuel, some cookies and food. Literally, we were there for 20 minutes and we were back in. I did try and stop it for waterfall, and it was pure ice and death. And I was like, "Hey, I'm alright. Yeah. Get back in." And we made back to Reykjavik. If there's any more stories, do tell. No. Remember anything else? No. No.
It was just a drive, wasn't it? That last day was just a drive.
It was the most epic drive. But we got there within 30-40 minutes before 6 p.m.
Yeah, we got there just in time.
We filled up twice. And then obviously had this amazing swim. It was alright. A few beers, obviously. You're not allowed to have too many beers.
No, I think you're allowed like 2.
2, I think it was, yeah. And then
back to our hotel.
Yeah, but we had to fill up the car on the way back to drop the car the next day and fly out. But the thing is, like the boots, American trucks, they don't have the divider so no one can see them, because it's the most safest country. And I couldn't get my head around that, because I'm so used to being in England, what's like the most unsafe country in the world now.
Leaving everything.
Yeah, it just gets stolen. But over there, it's so good, and like you can just leave something somewhere and no one will touch it, or the police will touch it and call you up and say, "Oh, you forgot this." So yeah, you got any more stories or anything you want to input with that?
I think that's it. No? It was a busy week. Yeah, it was gorgeous. Yeah. We had some amazing food. Met some lovely people.
It's definitely one of the best trips I've ever done in my life.
It was the second time I've been to Iceland, and the first time I just did the real local touristy stuff in Reykjavik. Yeah. So it was a completely different holiday. Yeah,
that's about it. No. So Roxy, what's your craziest adventure you've ever had?
Probably travelling with you. Or my friend Melissa.
Okay, explain. Which one?
Probably the first time we went over to Europe.
Okay.
Just because it was the first time I'd gone travelling with somebody that I didn't know.
That's true. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, I'll give you that.
With no plan, no itinerary, no anything really.
No judging, just crack on and have fun. Yeah. You know, that's what it's all about. Being out there,
get out of my comfort zone and do things that I wasn't used to doing.
Or things you're not used to doing. What was that?
Like what?
Like what? Yeah.
Using a porta potty.
True, yeah. Yeah, okay. Anything else?
Just, showering outside with a solar shower and, just spending time with somebody I didn't really know, I suppose. Yeah. For a long amount of time.
It's only a week.
A week, yeah, but...
It was only a week, but I do understand. And we also did, we're 2,500 miles from home. Yeah. Minimum. I think we're talking about 3, probably 3.5. But yeah.
Long trip. Same with Melissa. I'd met Melissa on a holiday with my friend James. I'd gone away for his birthday to Santorini, and we'd put up a random comment on Facebook about if anyone was in Santorini to come out for a beer. And she happened to be down the road and joined us, and we chatted for a couple of hours in a pub. And then 3 months later, we went to Vietnam for 3 weeks and travelled the length of Vietnam, and we barely knew each other. Our friends thought we were crazy. She just booked the flights and I sent her some money, and everyone thought that was a bit mental, but we had absolutely the best time. So yeah, they're my 2 craziest trips I think that I've had.
Wow, that does, yeah.
Just for not having any plans or knowing the people that I'm going away with, and just trusting the process and just enjoying life.
So why
in
would
the
you?
moment.
Why would you do that?
Why would I do that?
Yeah.
Why not do that? Why not enjoy life in the moment instead of worrying about everything? Because the worst can go wrong being walking down the street.
Yeah.
So you might as well enjoy what time
Embrace
there
it.
is, and yeah.
Yeah, embrace it. No, that's cool. Yeah, if money wasn't an issue, what's the venture you would do tomorrow?
Oh, I know that one. I would go to the Galapagos Islands.
What's that?
Where's
Is that the one you tried to beforehand?
I've looked at it so many times, but it needs plenty of savings.
And where is that place?
It's just off Ecuador.
Okay.
It's the most beautiful natural habitat in the world. It's where Darwin wrote about. I would absolutely just love to spend a few months there, exploring, seeing the island, seeing the wildlife, volunteering.
You were supposed to go a year or so ago, weren't you?
I've tried planning it a few times. They've changed the visa policy recently, and I just don't have the funds at the moment, because if I go, it's going to be for a length of time.
Okay, how much is it?
I think I'd need to have about 5,000-6,000 in the bank, because I don't.
How much is the visa?
The visa's now £200 to enter.
Okay, and it's really strict. You can't just easily get a visa.
No, it's all national park. The whole country is national park.
So
you need to have a visa. You need to pay landing fees in Ecuador to transfer.
Oh.
So obviously the flights out to Ecuador are quite expensive.
Yeah.
I don't think staying there is overly expensive. You can still Airbnb, but it's not going to be a cheap trip, especially if I want to stay for a decent amount of time to see a decent amount of places.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of islands, well, many islands, and I wouldn't just want to do a flying visit. If I'm going that way, I want to spend a good amount of time there. So see the wildlife, meet the people, experience all the culture. So yeah, that's the top of my bucket list of places to go.
Wow. That sounds really cool. So what is the best campfire memory you've ever had?
Best campfire memory? It's got to be a night on a campsite in the Lake District, and randomly there were several different groups of people there.
Okay.
And we didn't all know that who was going to be there.
Yeah.
We'd gone with friends, but there were other friends who happened to be there, and randomly 2 of my friends met up with each other. We were introduced to each other, and they're both really short guys. Sorry, guys, they are both very short guys, and they've both lived their lives having people taking the mickey out of them.
Oh no.
For being short, because they're not much over 5 foot, either of them.
Oh wow.
And they've built up a very thick skin, tolerance for short guy jokes.
Yeah.
And this one night they met, and I happened to go over. It was quite late in the evening. It was at least 11. It could have been later than that. It might have even been 1 o'clock in the morning. Everyone's had a few drinks, and I walked into the middle of this conversation, and these guys were just firing every short joke they'd ever heard at each other. And it just went on for at least an hour, and I've never laughed and cried so much that they were just getting out all this lifetime of short joke tension that they'd received, and they finally met another person that was that small
Give it back to
that they could give it to. They were like, finally there's a person that I can say these jokes to. And I just sat there. I had no input in the conversation. I laughed.
Just embraced it.
Yeah, I laughed until my belly hurt. I cried. My face hurt for days. It was just amazing. So, Asa, Danny, thank you. That was one of the best, funniest nights I can remember on a campsite, actually, ever.
Skill everyone should have to learn before heading into it outdoors.
Oh, all the skills I haven't got. All the skills I haven't got. I am that friend that turns up with no equipment, no planning, normally a passport, my bank card, and some basic equipment. I'm very well known for being conned into doing things like climbing mountains without being told where I'm going, because my anxiety gets the better of me, and if I know what I'm doing, I won't do it because I think I can't do it. So,
but you can.
So I'll get told, come to my house at 4 a.m. We're going to go for a walk, and I will do that, and then find out 6 hours later I'm at the top of Blencathra or something. And my friends know me well enough to know that, just don't explain the details. Just say we're going out for the day, and tell me what clothes to wear. I need to have the basics.
Do I need dance shoes? Do I need hiking boots?
Yeah. Just tell me appropriate clothing and where to be, and it'll be a great time. But I generally don't. I'll go on a mountain walk with my packed lunch and hope that other people look after me.
Yeah,
I'm pretty rubbish at stuff like that.
I can confirm that.
I own quite a lot of stuff. I'm all the gear with no idea. I don't even know how to pack it in my bag properly.
But you do moan, and you just get on with it, and then before you know it, you're at the end of it. And you're like, yes.
I'm really good at moaning my way through an experience.
Yeah, and that's not a bad way of saying that. It's not a bad way. We all moan.
Yeah.
See a fucking hill, and we moan.
Yeah.
We see a little bit of a challenge, we all moan. But if you put your head down and get it done, you get it done.
Yeah. And then I can celebrate at the top.
It's like climbing a mountain.
And be like, wow, look at me, I did that.
Yeah, and you're not cheating it. No one takes your bag off you. No. You do generally do it yourself, and you get the shit done. You get the job done.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'm better off not knowing. I did a huge hike beginning of last year, and I knew it was a huge hike. I'd said for months, I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. There's no way I'm going to do it. And my friend Gareth that I went with convinced me that he'd cut down the miles. It wasn't too bad. We were wild camping, which I do not do. I stay in a camper van. But we did it, and we did 75 miles in 5 days, and I wild camped. And I carried my own kit, and I moaned a lot, and I may have cried a bit.
Well, the people don't know, or what people don't know, especially you guys right now, if you don't know her personally, you used to be a big old girl.
I was a big girl.
And that's not being rude or offensive. You used to be a big old girl. And you did struggle.
Yeah, I did.
And now you've lost, I don't know how much weight. I don't need to know if you don't want to tell us. But you've lost a hell of a lot. There's more than 5 stone. Yeah. I personally would say.
6.5 stone.
6.5, there you go. And you did have a lot of restrictions. But now you've lost all the weight. You're proving yourself more than you possibly could do beforehand. And even when you did that hike, I know you lost a lot of weight before then, but you were still our weight. You were still not comfortable about.
I think I'd only lost about 3 stone at that point, so it was still.
And it's an awesome achievement, massive. So
it was very emotional at the end because I didn't know how far we were walking. I asked him to keep all those details away from me. I didn't know the route. I didn't know how far we were going. It was only on the last day that I knew how many kilometers that I needed to walk to get to the end. And it wasn't until I finished that I added up the route to find out what the total was. It was quite emotional when I got to the end. So
we're running next.
No, we will not be running it.
I have actually got you running this year.
Yeah.
You did well. You did 5k, so we can't say no. You have done it.
But it's not a pleasurable experience. I did a half marathon sort of a few years ago now.
You did a 5k with us.
Yeah.
The big what's it called? Cheltenham Race Course.
Oh, the Cheltenham Race Course. Yeah, that was the.
I can't think what it's called.
Cancer research.
That's the one. So I was going to say it wrong. I knew what it was.
Yeah.
But that was good. Yeah. Got covered in mud.
I did get covered in mud.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
That's okay. I was filming, and the guy was like, "Do you want to throw some more in her?" I Or
Yeah.
no, should I put someone there? I was like, yeah, I didn't know he said. Yeah, you had to have a shower in the car park, didn't you, before getting in the bus? So I have a question. So if you could have 3 people, alive or dead, around a campfire to have a conversation or memories or meet someone, it could be anyone in the world, who would it be?
It would have to be my grandparents, my
Oh, cool.
mum's dad,
Mm.
and my dad's mum. They both passed away, and I feel like when you're a child, you don't necessarily appreciate the knowledge they have.
Yeah.
And as an adult, when they're gone, you wish you could have those conversations with them. A third person, not sure, but I would definitely want those 2.
Mm.
Definitely want those 2.
Yeah,
Just
that's cool. That'd be nice.
go back over those things. Maybe even my dad's dad, because I never knew him.
Mm.
He passed away when I was really small. And the adventures him and my nan had, I've seen the photo albums and the life they led, which was astonishing after the war. So yeah, my nan didn't really talk about very much of that when I was younger. So
Yeah.
it would be lovely to get those stories and find out about that history of life.
Yeah, that'd be cool. The end of the little podcast we've done. And thanks to the guys. For our reasons, obviously being in the garden, obviously there's been so many fires and stuff going around. Hopefully this podcast little thing was cool. I've got a few people in line to do a podcast. Some people want money, of course, for their charities to come on to the podcast. I don't make any money of this at this moment anyway. So if you wish to donate to have different people and stuff like that, I'll bring them out on the podcast and we can get some more cool people. You talk about hiking and her doing the mountains and stuff, and obviously losing a lot of weight. What's been an absolutely phenomenal part of her journey. So one thing I like to say, I've been trying to get her to do the Southwest Coastal Path with me. For me, I've done Minehead to Land's End now, and it's about 300. Quote me on this. I think it's 360 miles I've done now of wild camping. There was one night of hotel I've done in total of it. That's because the lads I had, Damien and Simon, I absolutely broken part of walking. I think we did 28 miles in a day, literally proper Southwest Coastal Path, and I broke them on the pastoral on the last bit of getting interviewed. But yeah, so put in the comments below if you think you would like to see Roxy come and wild camp and walk at least 70 miles off the coastal path. I think it's going to be quite flat anyway. We could either take some hammocks or a couple of tents or whatever. It would be quite light, it's only like 12 kilos, and some beverages. But yeah, if you guys would like to see that, please put that in the comments below, and I'll try and arrange it. Another one I've been trying to get to do is obviously come and do some videos on bike packing. I really want to do some bike packing. I would like to do Land's End to John Groves as well at some point. She might be my support vehicle, she might not, I don't know. Or I can just get her to come along with me. That would be pretty cool.
Drive the van.
Drive the van. Yeah, always the way. She's a very good support person. She does it for a friend of hers as well.
Yeah.
What was his last one he did?
He's just done the Water Wall, the ultra marathon.
Wow.
And
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, next weekend
I couldn't do
he's
that.
doing castle to castle. So
I won't say I can't do that. I'm not fit enough
No.
to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe one day. But no, definitely props to him for doing that. I think that, how many days was that?
Oh, that was just one day. 70 miles.
What?
70 miles. I think
And that was running, wasn't it?
that was running, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
Fair play to people like that. I'd love to have Ross Edgley or something like that on here
Yeah.
as well. Obviously, he swam around Iceland and the whole UK as well. He swam around.
Insane.
But people like that is just phenomenal. I love to have stories with them and have proper interactions with that. If we can get Roxy to come and do one of the parts with me and Sean and Rox do the walk on there, There's so many good stories about that, and I would like to get Sean on the podcast too.